Yo, what's up, family? Before we start the video, please leave a like, subscribe, and share to any and everyone that you can. Just read out there a little bit more. With that being said, let's get right into the video. Alright, how y'all doing, my fellow champions? I hope y'all doing good. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, make sure you take your shoes off before you come in the house. And Sam Hauser was up and down this playoff with his shot and his play. And first, of course, his calling card, the three-point line. He shot 48% from three versus Miami in the first round on 25 attempts. Then 33% versus Cleveland on only 9 attempts. Then in the Eastern Conference Finals, it was a really low point for Sam Hauser as one of the best shooters in the league. He only shot 7% versus Indiana on 14 attempts. And he turned it around when we needed him the most in the finals, shooting 48% from three on 23 attempts. And here we got Xavier Tillman playing some good defense. Sam Hauser with the kick ahead pass to Jaylen Brown, and in transition, there's not too many more men dangerous than Jaylen Brown. We come back, and something that really surprised me, not saying that Sam isn't a good defender, but he had 2 or 3 games in the finals where his defense on those switches was just amazing. And he had one similar game in the Pacers series. I have a video on that. I think I did it on the Celtics bench. There was a game where we played Indiana and Sam Hauser, O'Shea Brissett, I think Tillman also played, and those guys really came in and did their thing. And Sam Hauser, that was probably the best defensive game I've seen from Sam at that point. But then this is game 3. We started off in game 3. He was just phenomenal, man. Here PJ had some success against Derek White in the earlier games of him posting up and just using his strength against Derek White. But here Sam Hauser stands him up and he forces a miss. All right, so here we got PJ Washington about to set a pin down for Kyrie Irving. Watch the recognition by Sam Hauser, sees it early and jumps out on Kyrie Irving, impedes his path a little bit, and now Kyrie is out with an isolation at the top of the key. Sam Hauser holds up well. Kyrie ends up getting some separation at the end, but something people forget about with Sam Hauser is that he's 6'8". He has true size at the small forward position, and he can use his arms, he can use the athleticism that he does have to contest. And this is a great contest by Sam Hauser after getting some space by Kyrie Irving, and he forces a miss. And if you ask somebody what is Sam Hauser's greatest skill, of course they're gonna say it's shooting, but something I think that's on par with that skill is his off-ball movement. And it's not just him coming off screens like curling or deciding to flare, it's also cuts. Like, he is a really timely player. He plays with a lot of feel on the offensive side of the ball. And here we got Kleber. He's tiptoeing his 2.9 rule. As you can see here, he's trying to step in and out of the paint. He's preparing for a Jaylen Brown drive if he comes this way. But Sam Hauser kind of plays a little cat mouse game. He stands there for a second and then he goes. He had a lot of these flybys, right? The Mavericks understand that he's a good shooter, so if he gets open space like this, that's dangerous for them. So you see Kleber selling out to contest a shot, the pump fake, and the 3. All right, so here we got Al Horford contest on Luka Doncic. Sam Hauser gets the rebound, and Luka Doncic stand down on the floor looking for a foul. Means that the Mavericks are outnumbered. Tatum does a nice job driving into PJ Washington and Daniel Gafford and finding Sam Hauser, who is the trailer, and he knocks down the 3. And on the stat sheet, this is just a regular corner 3, but this was really important. Kyrie Irving, he had just hit back-to-back 3s. Crowd was not loud. The crowd was kind of just even kill. Kyrie hit 2 big 3s back-to-back, 6 straight points, and the crowd woke up. The Mavericks woke up. And this shot right here by Sam Hauser calmed all that down. If he didn't hit this shot, Kyrie Irving probably would have came down and tried to shoot a heat check. He makes that as a 7-point game. So this party called a timeout. But here again, against Luka Doncic, Luka just not really paying attention, not really understanding who he's checking. He's all trying to tell people what to do. Tatum sees it, immediately passes Sam Hauser when he sees that Luka Doncic is not paying attention. Sam Hauser knocks it down, another corner 3. All right, so we saw this a lot this series with the Celtics, their guards and their wings, the offensive rebound and the corner crashes, and just them being willing to get in the trees and go fight for those extra opportunities. Sam Hauser this time goes up because nobody puts a body on him, fights through a double team, and it leads to this possession in the foul. And this is probably my second favorite Sam Hauser play of this playoff run. Doing his work early against Kyrie Irving before he even gets the ball. Multiple defensive efforts on the same possession. Post the ball loose. Now the Mavericks have to rush up the court. Him and Jaylen Brown are going to communicate the switch here because, of course, Sam Hauser is lagging behind. And then watch the verticality here by Sam Hauser in the paint. Now look. He ain't going to be jumping 40 inches in the air. Let's just get that out of the way. Everybody know that. But Sam Hauser competing, bruh. He was competing defensively in this series, knocking the ball loose, having them go all the way back to half court. Now they're in the paint with 1.6 seconds left, and he goes vertical with some help from Xavier Tillman to force the miss. And this is just really good individual defense by Sam Hauser here on Tim Hardaway Jr. And we see Drew do this move on the defensive side a lot, where he just does that right there, right? As a guy's trying to go past him, he'll have his hands down and he'll just slide his feet and body him up right there. This is playoff basketball. This is the finals. In the regular season, they might call this, but Drew has gotten a lot of steals this way, just beating the guy to the spot. Sam Hauser, of course, isn't as quick as Drew with his feet, but Sam Hauser here does an impeccable job, an impeccable impersonation of Drew right there in the contested shot. And in game 4, no Celtic really had it going, hence the scoreboard, but Sam had 14 points in this game, and no matter what the score is, seeing the ball go through the basket can help anyone, and I imagine that kept Sam's confidence high for that game 5. And in game 5, Sam Hauser had another very impactful finals game similar to the one he had in game 3, just the multiple efforts defensively and showing that he can do that stuff on that end of the court, and the confidence and knocking down the shot. So here, he's going to catch Luka napping again just like he did in game 3, just a little bit. Luka sees that he's late, so he tries to sell out to contest the shot. Dante Exum also comes up to Sam Hauser. He draws 2, and when the Celtics get the ball here, the possession is over. There's too many things that Drew Holiday can do in this area. There's too many things that can happen with our offense because we have 5 guys who can drive, pass, and shoot. Drew Holiday draws Maxi Kleber and drops it off of Jaylen Brown for the dunk. And this particular stretch slash sequence at the end of the first quarter is the stretch where many people believe that the Celtics really opened this game up and they immediately turned up after that. And this was started by Sam Hauser. Here we got the handoff from Drew Holiday, and Sam gets a quiver of space and he just lets it go with that confidence. Again, shot 48% from 3 in these finals. You see the Garden going crazy. And then again, we got Sam Hauser on the defensive side of the ball. The deflection right here, reading the Luka pass, gets the deflection, gets it out to Jason Tatum, and I would have lost my damn mind if Jaden found a way to throw this down, but he still gets the bucket. This video is brought to you by PrizePicks. PrizePicks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with over 5 million active members. PrizePicks is the easiest and most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Unlike other apps, on PrizePicks, it's just you against the numbers. All you have to do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch the winners roll in. Get in on the daily action with your friends and become part of the PrizePicks community today. Download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS for a first deposit match up to $100. That's code CLNS on PrizePicks for a deposit match up to $100. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy. With the finals over, the hoops action doesn't stop on PrizePicks. Women's basketball is still heating up, with stars like Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese looking to make names for themselves alongside greats like Brianna Stewart and Aja Wilson. You could win up to 100 times your cash watching them ball out. If you're looking for promotions, PrizePicks has got you covered every week, from lowering select player stat projections on Tuesday to help your lineup hit, or getting your entry fees back if you have a losing lineup on Fridays. I've been using PrizePicks for about 2 years and I've made a pretty penny in that span. I've only been doing men's basketball and football in the past, but with the rise of women's basketball, I think it's time for me to get into that. I remember making my first $10 deposit and receiving an instant $10 bonus. If you have the skills, you can play for a shot at turning your $10 into $1,000. Once again, download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS for a first deposit match up to $100. That's code CLNS on PrizePicks for a deposit match up to $100. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy. And this is some more of the off-ball movement I was talking about with Sam Hauser. It's not just him coming off screens, curling and flaring. It's not just him cutting. It's everything, right? And here he's going to be used as a screener, and he does a phenomenal job executing his ghost screen. So as you see, he's going to come up and he's going to set the screen. Kyrie Irving slows down because he's expecting Sam to actually set the screen. If for Tatum to come off here, and so Kyrie can just step up right there, and so he can switch on Tatum. But Sam Hauser gets all the way close to Derek Lively, kind of taps him and gets out to the ghost screen. There's nothing Kyrie can do right there. He was expecting Sam to set the screen so he can step up on Tatum, and Sam Hauser got right out of that so quickly, and he launched the 3. All right, so here we got Sam on defense. I've seen this be debated on Twitter whether this was a travel or not, but the initial move just to cause some hesitation was caused by Sam Hauser. Him coming off a gaffer and stepping in front of PJ Washington forces him to do this move. Now, I don't really know if it's a travel or not. It looked pretty clean to me, but Sam Hauser caused the hesitation and the move by PJ Washington, forcing turnover. All right, so here we got more Sam Hauser effectiveness as a screener. This ghost screen isn't as smooth and as quick as the last one because he wasn't able to get a running start. But here's going to fake set it and he's going to come off. And this is just bad game plan discipline and just not understanding your personnel by Josh Green. Sam Hauser, you got to know that majority of times he's coming onto a 3-point line. He expects Sam Hauser to roll, which causes him to get lost. And again, the Mavericks know that he can shoot. So any open space that he gets, if he just looks at the basket, the Mavericks are going to react to it. Here, we got a sellout by Josh Green. He doesn't jump, but it's a reckless closeout because Sam Hauser has space. He avoids the stunt by Kyrie Irving, that type of dig, and the one-legged sweep mid-range by Sam Hauser. And again, we got Sam Hauser being effective as a screener, getting points for the Celtics. This time, he actually sets the screen. Jaylen Brown does not do anything extra. He sees that he has space and Luka Doncic is dropping back, so he takes the easy mid-range. But that is the video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe, and share to any and everyone that you can. Just read out there a little bit more, and I will see you guys in the next video. But this is Nick. Peace.